Hello, football and soccer lovers. I'm Graham Jancola. As you can tell, I'm wearing my Canadian soccer jersey because this is my first ever soccer prediction video. Earlier last week, the Canadian Premier League finally announced that it's going to have a 2020 season, which is known as the Island Games. For those of you who don't know what the Canadian Premier League is, the Canadian Premier League is a soccer league founded on May 6, 2017, 3 years ago. It is consisted of 8 teams: York Region's York A.F.C, Halifax's HFX Wanderers, Victoria's Pacific FC, Edmonton's FC Edmonton, Winnipeg's Valor FC, and the newest CPL expansion side from Ottawa, Atletico Ottawa, owned by Atletico Madrid. Calgary Spring and Fall season last season winners Cavalry FC, and the defending champions from Hamilton, Forge FC. The 2020 CanPL season, or the Island Game season, is going to be played in Prince Edward Island on the Alumni Field. Cavalry FC and Forge FC have a long-time CPL rivalry. Cavalry FC first played Forge FC at the Tim Hortons Field on May 12th of 2019, where Cavalry FC beat Forge FC 2-1. Goals scored for Cavalry were Nick Ledgerwood and Nico Pasquati. The goal scored for Forge was Tristan Borges. He won Best Player of the Year, the Golden Boot, and the Best Under-21 Canadian. Tristan Borges now plays on Belgian side OH11. In January of 2020, Forge FC sold Tristan Borges for a fee of $300,000, that's the record of highest trade, which he and his team recently got promoted to the Belgian First Division A, aka the Jupiler Pro League. That's the league where 2 other Canadians play: Jonathan David, who plays on KAA Ghent, and Charles Andreas Brim, who plays on Mouscron on loan from Lille FC of France. My prediction for the Forge vs Cavalry FC 2020 first ever Island Games is 2-0 Cavalry. The first Cavalry FC goal will be scored by Englishman Jordan Brown, and the next Cavalry FC goal will be scored by Canadian Sergio Camero. The Canadian Premier League is Canada's first Division 1 soccer league since the Canadian Soccer League dissolved and made it into a semi-pro league. Forge FC of Hamilton and Valor FC of Winnipeg are the first 2 Canadian Premier League teams to join the Canadian Premier League when it was originally founded in 2017. But these 5 young Canadian men knew a lot, and I mean a lot, about the Canadian Premier League. All those young Canadian men talk about the Canadian Premier League in an awesome way, and I like it. I'll leave their video links and the channel links in the description below. Sorry if I pronounce your names wrong, but shout out to Pamanci.
Link on the map. Now, first of all, please.
CanPL Central, hosted by Johnny and Pedro.
Oh!
TorontoSportsGuy.
My final look at what the CPL is going to look like in 800 bajillion years.
And
if you're looking to
A.F.C.
support a dark horse who could possibly win the Canadian Premier League Championship, York Knight might be for you. And I'm going to tell you why in this video, so stay tuned. Hey guys, it's Curtis here and you're watching my channel, A.F.C. Curtis.
In A.F.C. Curtis's 100th video, he gave me a special mention and shout out because I always keep him up to date with the Canadian Premier League and the Canada men's team.
Okay, I do agree. The next question here from Graham Ginkola here, who, Graham, by the way, always keeps me updated on Instagram on the latest news for Jonathan David and Alphonse Davies. They're always I didn't even know about David possibly going to the French league there until Graham told me. Like, he was on that ball. So thank you, Graham, for always keeping me up to date. Really appreciate it. And but with that, his question here is, if you were a CPL player, what team would you play for?
Well, I hope all of you enjoyed my first ever soccer/football prediction video. Those special shoutouts to those young Canadian men, and me talking to you about the Canadian Premier League's history. If the young Canadian men like, maybe comment, and maybe even subscribe to my channel, I would be so surprised, amazed, and so happy. Because if I do, I will make more Canadian Premier League prediction videos. Not just for the Island Games, but for future stuff too, including the Canadian Championship. Peace out. Oh, and by the way, stay tuned. I'm gonna do the MLS is Back semifinals and finals prediction and some UEFA Champions League videos as well. One more thing before I go. Canadian goalkeeper Marco Carducci is going to make a shout out when Calgary beats Forge 2-0. Bye!